I want you to think of the impact that our collective obsession with things is having on the planet and people. Our attitude towards our things reminds me of how I thought about ATM machines when I was a child. I remember I'd look in wonder at how people could pull money out of a wall, and I thought, why do we ever worry about not having enough money? So I asked an adult, and of course they told me that money comes from somewhere. It's obvious in hindsight, but at the time it was a revelation. We are childish in the way we think about our things. We don't think about where they come from or the people that make them. Our things are created by destroying the planet. And our things are so cheap and abundant because we are exploiting people in the third world. Everything you've had and everything you have now, it came from somewhere and was made by someone. And the impact of this process on the planet and people is almost always negative. And because these things are made for us, our impact is negative. When I think about the impact that I've probably had in my lifetime, it's heartbreaking. The resources to raise one child in Australia are split between 12 in the developing world. So I often wonder how many cubic meters of rubbish have been created to get me to where I am today. How many 12-hour days have been worked in the third world so that I can have my things? I'm haunted by the problem that I have 17 years of planetary destruction and human suffering to make up for. But I'm passionate about righting this wrong, yet at the same time emotionally crippled by the lack of solution. I can't give up my things. There's so many of them, and I'm completely reliant upon them. I can't just throw everything away. The damage has already been done. Yet it's depressing to use my things knowing what has had to happen to bring them into existence. I am addicted to things. So are you. We all are. So what we need is a solution in which we can still have things, but the negative impact is removed. A solution in which we can exponentially keep acquiring and producing more and more things, yet the reliance on planetary destruction and human suffering is removed. This is the possible outcome of advancements in augmented reality technology. So, let's imagine. I want you to sit back and relax. Close your eyes if you have to. Let's imagine that your house is practically bare, yet an augmented reality chip in your eye allows you to see and have whatever you want to see. Imagine that your house is made of a simple, sustainably sourced material, yet you see the frills and decadence of the most beautiful architecture you can think of. Imagine that by just thinking of the most famous artworks, they instantaneously appear on your wall in your home in perfect, realistic detail. Imagine that when you look outside the window, you don't see the neighbour's house or the fence. Instead, you see the most amazing scenery, a beachfront view, the view from the top of a skyscraper, the Swiss Alps. An augmented reality chip in your eye allows you to see whatever you want to, and it feels real, except the impact to the planet and people is nothing. Such technology could be the way to save the world.